Hi everyone, how are you? This is Shi and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about superstitions. As I have lived in India, Poland and Mexico for many years, I'm actually exposed to a lot of superstitions. And China is a country with a history of more than 5,000 years. We are no exception to those superstitions, and some of them are quite ancient. So in today's video, I want to share with you some of them that I've known since my childhood. So let's start. One superstition that I heard the most when I was a kid is don't open an umbrella indoors, or else as a kid you are not going to grow tall. This was something that my grandma told me all the time when I was a kid. When it was raining, before I went outside with my umbrella, my grandma would always say this to me, and she always emphasized that if I open the umbrella indoors, I'm not going to grow tall. At that moment, I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to grow tall, so I listened to her. But I am not tall right now, thank you, Grandma. I found out that a lot of kids at my age heard the same thing, and later I did some research to find out that actually it was a lie made by the parents. 30 or 20 years ago in China, the apartments were quite small. So if you open one umbrella indoors, the edge of the umbrella is probably going to hit something and then break it, especially if you keep some vase or something fragile at home. So to avoid this, to avoid such mishaps, the parents come up with this lie, and through this way the children will be very careful and cautious at home, and these kind of mishaps are not going to happen. One thing my mom tells me a lot when I sneeze is, oh, someone is missing you. Actually, in China we have a saying, if you sneeze once, it means someone is missing you. Twice, someone is swearing at you. And thrice, someone is talking about you. This saying has been there for, I don't know, more than 1,000 years, and it originates from one poem. In that poem, the poet says, 勿言不昧，怨言则记, which actually translates into I miss you so much, and if you miss me as much, I will sneeze. It beautifully yet vulgarly expresses the poet's lovesickness to his partner, and from that moment on, many people started to quote that sentence, and it continues to exist right now. The third superstition, for me is quite universal. In China, if you ever come to China, you can actually see in the buildings, you cannot find the floor numbers as 4, 14, 24, or 34. That is because 4 in Chinese actually sounds like death. So to avoid that, to avoid the bad omen, the developers avoid using those numbers and replace them with 13A, 3A, 23A, something like that. So people wouldn't hear the word death, and it brings good luck. I say it's universal because I know in other countries they also share the similar stuff. For example, in Japan, 9 means bad luck, and in Italy, 17. On the first day of the Lunar New Year, you are not allowed to do any cleaning. This is one big superstition that we have in China for thousands of years, I think. It all relates to good luck. For example, if you use the broom to clean the apartment, it means that you are brooming away the good luck, and you will be in bad luck the whole year. Likewise, you cannot shower, wash your hair, do the laundry, throw away the trash, etc. If you do any of these things, you are going to be in bad luck for a long time. And frankly speaking, right now, not so many people are sticking to this kind of superstition or this tradition. Only the very old people still do that. For example, my grandma. Last superstition of the day is about teeth. When a kid loses a tooth, his parents will always ask the kid to throw the tooth reversely. For example, if an upper tooth is lost, he needs to throw the tooth downward. This is for hoping the new tooth to grow healthily and fast. Turns out when kids lose a tooth, they start to panic. They start to be afraid that the tooth is not going to come back. So parents create this lie, this superstition, to help release the stress or the pressure of the kid, and they can stay relaxed and calm and hope for the new tooth to come back. That's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the video. What are the superstitions in your country? Please leave a comment here so I can check them out. I would love to hear about interesting superstitions. Thank you once again, and see you next time.